Why'd he put it away?
Someone left a rope for me to climb up. I'm down near the lake.
How do you know it's for you?
There's a tracking collar tied to it. Someone was leading me here. And there's another tape.
Do I have the cassette player with me? Can I listen to it? There goes the rope. Back now. I do have it with me.
Hi, Henry. Hey, you better find this before it burns up. We've been causing each other a lot of headaches. Now I gotta go stake out a site that's as fit for living as the one you're about to find. You'll get it when you see it. You can't blame me for keeping an eye on you. Not after bumping into you back in May. Down by the cave, for fuck's sake. I've been up here for 3 years. I kept it cozy. Winters are harsh as hell, and I ran out of books. But I got that antenna rigged up, and
My lookout tower.
Delilah, she's a record you don't gotta flip. I kinda get why Brian took to her. About a week ago, I stopped worrying about you finding anything out, and that's right when everything went shithouse with you two. You guys don't know.
I don't want to
anything about
interrupt
it,
this in
kids.
case I get close to something and it
Nobody
activates another thing.
knows. It ain't Andy and Opie walking down a lake to fish every afternoon. It ain't Mayberry. But you gotta know
Don't
I
get too
didn't kill him.
close.
All right, we were climbing. I was teaching him. Brian was uneducated in the way to do anything. He just
Why you
fucking
teach
didn't
him?
stick his anchor the right way. You know, I thought about going back, having to answer questions, and having to get him put in the ground, and I didn't see the point. Don't come looking for me. Sorry about your wife.
We found the surveillance operation.
Okay, what does that mean? What is it?
It was Ned Goodwin. He was the one listening to us, just him.
Ned Goodwin. He made the tape?
Yeah. He's gone. Deeper into the Shoshone. He doesn't want anyone to know he's out here.
Because he killed Brian. Because he killed his fucking son. You need to get back here. They say the helicopters are making rounds.
Okay.
Look for evacuation. Get to the evac point, huh? Plane going by? Huh. I could have sworn it looked like there was a couple things like right here.
He held on to some of Brian's things. His wizards and wyverns.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he found it riveting.
Father's Day card.
God.
What?
Nothing, just some of Brian's stuff.
Keep on holding on to things.
Brian was a nice-looking kid.
Yeah.
Read. Brian Goodwin torn from missing persons file.
Goodwin was the one who wrote the reports I found at the site.
Yeah, so we saw version of this before. Essentially, Rob observing charismatic, selfish, personal history, permanent observed facts, never fuck.
He wrote down everything he did to us. And everything he did every day. He was scared shitless.
Research site info. How to break in. Wapiti Station, North Fence, Loose Entrance, Southgate. Staff return August 10th to do. Return borrowed equipment. Replace Henry and Delilah evidence. Leave no trace.
I bet.
Raider. And then, yeah, this other draft here. Yeah. Oops, wrong button there. Report draft. Yeah. So what am I doing? Yeah, because typewriter stuff, you can't exactly undo it. Magazines, battery, sleeping bag from the teens campsite. Wow, everyone always has the same type of socks. Some supplies, a bunch of propane, cords of backup firewood, a bunch of food, 100 on hand, 300 berry, 3 winter jackets, 3 new blankets, 25 bucks, matches, 25 bucks, 90 amp hours, battery power, socks, new boots, duct tape, try elk skin, summer weight gain goal, 35 pounds for the winter and all that.
You should see some of the stuff he was working on. I guess he had a lot of time on his hands.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't know what you want me to say. We're in the middle of a fire that is at 22,000 acres and growing. Fast.
It's gonna burn all of this up.
Well, take a picture if you're so keen to remember it.
You're not?
Sure, I will. Sure, I guess.
This boombox looks familiar.
The one that was thrown in the, yeah, the
From
lake there.
Girls.
Yeah.
I thought you threw it into the lake.
Well, he must have fished it out.
And that's why it was missing?
He was rigging up stolen batteries to keep his stuff going.
But no real way to recharge them. They just keep on stealing more batteries. That's electronic junk. Beer can. So much litter, man. Is no one responsible? Radio log. 716A9 stakes too high. No one will believe B was happy. Make D and 2F less believable. 2F crazy, like wife, not good guy. I'm a Grizz back. 716A9, so same day. They heard me. Fully believe there is a program. Use this. Reports final, make sure they find them. 2F almost caught me at site. Reports works, record call, used for leverage. And the next day, 2F found supplies. How? He's gone, can't let 2F find B. 6389. Did I do things in the wrong order here? Should I have gone left to right? Reminder scout migration due to fire. 71589. Fucked up, do not want to leave. Reminder, high supplies for migration. D and 2F suspect conspiracy. Funny if not dire. Observe and ready to leave. I need to start working on reports. Record all comms. Vandalize D's tower. Pin on 2F. Try to make remote recording device. Unit research site. Move. Pit against each other. Yeah, I'm doing it in the wrong order. Hike to BT point. Severed radio comm. D never called for hiker list. Re-rigged Delano to pick up dual frequency. You can hear D and 2F at concurrently. 2F hiked by cave. He seemed less interested. 2F Jules, Julian, Julia. 2F is a good guy. Haven't seen Mama Grizz in 2 months. D drunk again. Yeah. First ranger fly fishing at J Lake. Reminder, rainbows hating cadflies. Saw Mama Grizz on morning hike. Rainy week, water stock's good. Smoking trout while hiker's gone. BG birthday. Saw first ranger of the year. Haven't left base in 2 weeks. 3 weeks, stir crazy. Big hike tomorrow, care. Lookout in 2F. Henry, 2F. Saw 2F coming out of cave. Decalling for hikers list. Delay her, she'll forget. Wait. Forest Service.
He's got a radio base station up here. He was listening to us on that. He could see my lookout. He had quite the view.
Okay. So, I should just go to the evac point now? Seen everything there is to see here? Now just head up that way. We'll take... Oh, this is stuff for the other lookouts. He would yoink as well. So, I mean, well, just wanted to see if I could go back here real quick. Maybe I can't. So, yeah. Head for evacuation at Goodwin's campsite bunker. Yeah. I have a little bit of a run ahead of me then. It seems like. What was my way up here in the first place again? Oh yeah, over here. Pile of trash. So we'll go to the evac point. Doesn't really explain the fires though, unless, you know, he just really wanted to cause that much mayhem for him to get away from everything. So that's really what happened there. Down we go. Yeah. I have a little bit of a run ahead of me, and I don't really know what to say at this point. I'm just, everything's gone a little bit crazy. Yeah, thanks for the thingamabob. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Yeah, so I guess I'll go up this way. Then I'll go through the canyon. I'll head east that way. Once I make it there. I mean... yeah, so... yeah, go past the... okay. It's kind of hard to recognize stuff when you're dealing with all this. But yeah, there's a normal fire, not caused by him, only the one that... yeah, I know that June was the normal fire.
Relieved that
But the other
there's
one...
no evidence of us starting that fire. Relieved that we're not crazy. That there wasn't some conspiracy.
now the
Not.
big mega fire.
He was a sweet kid. With a shitty father who hid out here like a coward after dumping him in a hole.
Oh. This is why I double check things.
Delilah, I think it was an accident. And I don't think Ned meant to kill him.
We don't know what happened for sure.
Ned wanted his son to be able to climb and do the sorts of things he did himself, but Brian couldn't.
And how'd that turn out, Henry? Sorry. God, it would have been so easy to tell the truth and have him sent home. I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm just wondering about, like, the other fire, if it was caused by him to get stuff off.
You didn't
It's
do
trail.
anything wrong.
Yes, I did. And now I've got to decide whether I tell people that he's down there so they can retrieve the body or not. And if I do, I'm going to be asked about Ned Goodwin.
Dee?
Oh, fuck.
Is that a helicopter?
Yeah,
Oh, you
hold
folks
on.
look out.
Hey. No, there's one more. Yes, here.
Is there
yeah.
something bad gonna happen
Wait.
on the other end of the radio?
Okay, 1 second. Hey, they're here, but they're making rounds. They'll come back. I think...
Yeah, okay then.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah?
I mean, it's dangerous here, and if anything were to happen, then that would be on me, so.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you sure that's okay?
I said it was.
Alright, I should go.
Have a safe flight.
Alright, have a safe hike.
I guess I'll just keep on going to the evac point here. What I better do? Keep on hearing them. I don't see anything though. Don't actually see it. There's so many bits of grass that are floating very slightly that you can kind of notice on the slopes. Should still be heading the right way. I can double check this just to make sure. Yeah. Just double check. Make sure, you know, stay safe here and not be making any mistakes. And all that. Music is coming in. Yeah, doesn't really matter where I go on the fork here then. Oh, the music is kind of haunting, isn't it? Right? Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's make our way on out. So, what the heck am I doing? Guess I'm going along this way now, though. I can just do this. Yeah, there's that one box. I got my turtle near there. Wonder if there's any other pets that you can adopt. Or if it's just the turtle. Just the nice little pocket turtle. Ah, ear. Oh. But I guess this way works too, though, right? Probably. I just need to get a little bit creative with where I'm going. Follow the slightly less standard trail, but still a trail to follow nonetheless, I think. Wait, I probably would have had this mapped out properly if I just grabbed the thing from that box, which I probably didn't. So I have like the thinner path on the map, but it's still a path. Still a way that I can go. Whoa, taking shortcuts there, speedrun strats. I wonder what speedruns of this game would actually look like. Kinda curious. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I'm making my way the right way. This'll work out fine. Long drop down. Then... yeah. So this way, head on north, go kind of past the supply drop, and just chill out at the evac point. Get out of here. Yeah, so this way. Whoops. As I pull out the map that I didn't need because I just confirmed it with the sign. Sometimes it'd be like that. So yeah, look, here's the thing. So we make our way out of here.
Hey, I'm at the evac spot near the ravine. Delilah, are you there?
Oh.
Delilah?
Guess we're getting in.
Yep.
So... oh. So we had to see a little bit of the other side here. I press M, nothing happens. No map for me. And this feels very conclusion-y. Nothing really to inspect, though. This would have been her tower. I get over here and I wait for the next chopper flight, I guess. Anything over here? Just curious. Just a tad curious. It's a lot more colorful than mine was. What's briefly flashing there? Oh, everyone has the suds. Island fire danger rating. Oh yeah, you have to have the thing with the trees as well if you were giving that message that one time, but I don't see where it is. What we know, white shorts. Hi, I'm... So I guess they would change there if I give it a name. Yeah. Hold on to the tequila, I guess. I actually want to see that note there. I guess I can't check that one out. Who half eats an apple like that? I guess if you're cutting it into pieces with a knife or something. Maybe I should have inspected more things first.
Hello? Is anybody there?
Oh, well, I guess that was all the main things.
Yeah, it's me. I'm back at the staging area near the trailhead.
That's upside down. Guess it doesn't really matter.
Colorado plates?
Don't think the plants care.
Yeah. It's a
Wow, thanks.
It's better than whatever you drive. What do you drive?
A piece of shit.
Well, there you go.
Although I think there's a raccoon living in yours.
Make sure he's comfy, I guess.
Hey, it shouldn't take long for the helicopter to reach you.
Okay.
There's a debrief in a situation like this. Lots of questions.
Shit. So, taking stock, we found out an old lookout killed his only son and decided to become a lonely hermit.
Yes.
And we prevented one fire?
Basically started another.
Okay, so that's a wash.
Oh, I'll have to figure out what I'm doing every summer from now on. That
Points are breaking
is
now.
This.
You're not coming back?
No. And you'll have to... I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know what's next.
Tell you what, why don't you choose for me and I'll choose for you?
All right, sure. Maybe...
I don't know, man.
Maybe you could come back to Boulder with me and figure it out down there. Just a thought.
You don't want me down there.
Well, I just asked you.
Look, I've got some things to do in Casper, and maybe I'll head south sometime after that. I could come by, sure.
Okay. So, what about me?
I think you should go to Julia, and then you can figure it out. Maybe put that typewriter to good use. Give me a sexy accent or something if you write about this.
Yeah.
You gotta go see her.
Yeah, sure.
Henry, Look, you came out to put your memories behind you, and they're still right there in front of you.
Curious to hear what she'll say
You
after I
wouldn't
do
recognize
this.
me, Delilah.
You're not just going for her.
You don't know what it's like.
Bad things happen, okay? And you have to find a way to contain the damage. A good way.
Well, hopefully I can figure out a way to do that.
Yeah, I hope so.
God, this got dark.
Oh shit. Sorry.
There's the helicopter.
Good. They'll land.
Should have
right
heard
where
it
you
before
need
I
to.
did.
Good luck, Henry.
You too. Good luck.
You keep it for yourself. Bye, Hank.
Shin's Gambit, huh? Chronicles of Crindle. Just toss that back. Didn't I have that one in my tower too? I still see no helicopter, but I assume I come down here and it'll activate a cutscene. So... Oh, no, it's there. Okay, I see it. I can't run right now. Guess I'm just walking. Here to take me out of here. Bring me back to the world that I ran away from. Aye. Rescue helicopter. Go home. What if I just don't? Alright, well, let's go home. Let's head on back. Probably want to immediately put on a mask from there. Probably be breathing in a lot of smoke. Jump in the fire. Imagine there. Firewatch completed day 79. Video game by Campo Santo. Huh. That was intriguing. I think the biggest form of symbolism that I'm seeing right off the bat is just like the parallels between Ned there as well as our main character of Henry. Both of them like running away from what they were afraid of there, essentially, and you know, the kind of leaving one way of life behind after they felt like, you know, there wasn't anything there anymore, whether it was because of death or dementia. You know, one took this job to run away from it all and be alone there in the Firewatch tower, and the other just became a hermit out there in the woods and didn't want to own up to, you know, his negligence and just did not want to be found. You know, but both of them running away from something, except Henry ultimately going home there. I guess he also didn't really have much of a choice, but he did decide on the radio there, as we heard, like, yeah, I'll go see her, I'll go back here. It was interesting. Very intriguing game here. I don't know what I was expecting from this game. It was definitely not that. Definitely not what my expectation was. But yeah, as well, it's a place that you go to run away from things, she says from the start. Yeah. Oh, escape main menu. I mean, I kind of want to see the photos and stuff. Yeah. I guess all in all, this game is very much a story of running away, of escape, of leaving things behind you. Definitely a fitting kind of tone to have in a game where the setting is the woods, as you're someone that, you know, works in a Firewatch tower. Guess it's a fitting theme to have there at all. Oh, so we're seeing some of the photos of those two then. Of Mr. Ned. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I usually give like my full review of a game during the credits, but man, I just don't even know what to say with this one. I'd be very intrigued to tune into some video essays based on this game now. I will certainly say. Huh. If I click continue, what happens? Also, I'm just now noticing, now that I've played the game and I know what the title screen is, that's Delilah's tower. That's not Henry's tower that's on the title screen. Which is interesting. Because where does it put me if I continue? Okay, it's just here for that final sequence there. Start current day. Alright, go to menu. Yeah, I was just curious. Making sure there wasn't like any after credits thing where Bob going on by hitting continue. What are special features anyway? Play the game with commentary by the team. That's actually kind of cool. Thoroughfare free roam, wander the world at your own pace. Camera roll upload. Upload and share your photos, get them developed. View the credits. If I click this, does it just like... Oh, choose a save slot. I see. For just like a free roaming thing if you want to see that. Oh. Yeah. There's that tower from a little bit farther. Interesting. And that's that view. New game, a different one? No, new game, load game. It's the same thing. Settings go elsewhere. Okay, so they all just kind of go over here. Interesting. Yeah, I would be very intrigued to see some video essays and such on this game. It was intriguing. To be frank, dementia of a wife's husband can't be easy. It's not right to divorce them, but at the same time you can't just be stuck with someone who no longer knows who you are. Yeah. It's the kind of thing where there's no easy answer there, you know. It can't exactly be an easy thing. The biggest case of that in my own family is someone that I don't have a direct relation to, so I guess I'll, you know, go into experience here a little bit. This is the kind of game that draws it out after all. On my mom's side of the family, my aunt and uncle there, my uncle being my mom's brother, the one that I have some relation to, and my aunt marrying into the family there, she passed away a couple of years back of cancer at a, you know, pretty early age for that kind of thing. And her mother, who is in a care home, suffers from dementia and will continue to phone like all the time asking about her, like asking how she's doing, where she is, what's going on. and has been told a lot of times that, you know, she's passed away, she's not around anymore, but it's not remembered. And, you know, oftentimes whenever I'd be over there during family gatherings and stuff, you know, the phone would be ringing from time to time and see that's from her. And, you know, a lot of the time my uncle and other family there just won't even pick up the phone anymore because it's too hard to keep on going through that time after time after time. Like, it's not a very easy thing to deal with there. So, you know, I don't exactly have first-hand experience with that. Like, I don't know this figure with dementia all that well myself. Like, the grandmother on that side of the family that I'm not related to there, so I don't have first-hand experience, but from what I know from my family there, it's really not easy having a family suffering from dementia, especially in a situation like that where, you know, her daughter's passed away and you have to go through telling her that over and over again and keep on, you know, reliving breaking the news of that kind of thing over and over again. You know, not exactly an easy thing, and I can't exactly blame them over there for, you know, not really being able to pick up the phone after that anymore, because not exactly an easy thing to go through there. So, you know, that's my kind of family experience with that kind of thing, and is not easy, you know. And my grandparents, like my grandparents on my dad's side, don't have like directly dementia. They might be early onset dementia. Their memory is going, and it's getting kind of scary because they love to go on adventures. They love to, you know, just hop in the vehicle and drive on out and go to places, because that's what they've done for, you know, so many decades. They used to go to car shows all the time, go to like parades and events. They'd go like perform music at all sorts of things with my grandma playing the violin and my grandpa playing maybe the harmonica. He got into accordion in more recent years and a little bit of the keyboard, all sorts of stuff there. And we all live in Alberta here, and there was a time a couple of years ago that they just hopped in the car and went out on an adventure and found themselves all the way over in the next province of Saskatchewan, and had some trouble getting back. Like, wait, how do we get here? How do we get back? And, you know, my dad and his two sisters have pitched in to, you know, get a cell phone for them that, you know, the three of them are paying for, to make sure that they can, like, phone, get help and all that. But apparently they don't really like taking the phone with them when they go out on these adventures and stuff. And it's just really scary because you really worry that they might trek out somewhere, forget how they got there, not have a phone on them, and then not know how to get back and be stranded. So it's a little bit of a scary thought there. My family's kind of trying to convince my grandpa to stop driving, like put those days behind him and not go out on these adventures and such anymore. But, you know, they live a little bit far out from any of us here, like, well, not too far, like an hour and a half away, but not close enough where you can just readily go in and check on them all the time. So it's scary, you know. There are two types of dementias, as you remember hearing about people with dementia losing basically all memories from the past, but others you've heard remembering stuff that happened in the past, but anything in the future they won't remember from then on. So, I mean, maybe that's the thing going on with with this one family member with dementia there, where, you know, as it got set in, couldn't remember anything from that point, but, you know, still remembers a whole lot about the more distant past, maybe. I don't know. It's but I know that it's really, really scary stuff. I honestly can't imagine, you know, dealing with you know, that kind of thing. Either being afflicted with it myself or dealing with someone, you know, very close to me that, you know, is afflicted with it. I mean, you know, I say as I just described that my grandparents might well have it being on set here bit by bit, and that's kind of scary if they decide to go somewhere and then they don't know how to get back, you know. But, you know, here's hoping that doesn't happen. But I know that's not exactly an easy thing to deal with, and, you know, in the events of the game here, Henry just did not want to deal with that and deal with, like, the pain over and over again of being slowly forgotten there. Just like, you know, my uncle and other family there didn't want to have to deal with the pain of, you know, breaking the news of his wife's death over and over and over again, you know, and just wanting to run away from that. Whether that be going out into the middle of nowhere here in a Firewatch tower, or just not being able to pick up the phone anymore. Like, it's a similar situation where not feeling confident in continuing to face that head on and just wanting to run away from it all because the pain is too great, you know? So, I guess in this little discussion, I've come to realize the parallels between Firewatch and my own family experiences here. Well, yeah. You know, usually I don't get into like too much like personal life stuff around on the channel, but you know, when something like this draws it out and becomes like discussion point there, I feel like sometimes these things can be important to discuss, but you know, it's not the kind of thing that I typically delve into for, you know, obvious reasons. But that is interesting, and you know, maybe in that sense, playing through this game has helped, you know, bring me to a better understanding of that situation there. I don't know. Yeah, honestly, like, if not, it's gotta be one of the hardest. Because, yeah. That was honestly a really fascinating game, though. It was really thought-provoking. I'm probably just gonna be stewing in my thoughts for the rest of tonight. That's what I'll do. I'll try to get some sleep here. It's almost 3 in the morning. Yeah, that was interesting. And if I do decide to write a report on this game for my university class, I might well have a decent few things to say. But I will be interested in, over the coming days, looking up like other essays and analyses that people have done of this out of curiosity about what other people have said. But yeah, I guess so then. If it's mountain time, could well be. Yeah, that was interesting. If I had lots of time, like if I could just have this injected into my brain for free, I'd totally do that. See what the developers are saying. But yeah, extremely right now, like 2 people who are MST. Yeah, none of my online friends are MST. We always have to schedule things around different time zones and stuff. You know, it can be a little bit of a pain in the butt for when we're trying to do multiplayer stuff like Tales of Symphonia. But yeah, there was well, dang, there was that. Today has been one heck of a day. My goodness gracious. After yesterday finally defeating Power Back Kick here for like Taekwondo 3rd degree black belt testing, and then today being presented my first new belt in half my life here. Finally achieving 3rd degree black belt, and then, you know, helping out with testing all day, and that already being a whole lot of stuff. And then coming home and deciding to play this game at the end of the day. And have all this going through my head. Today has been quite a day. Yeah, here's what part of Canada you live in that is MST, Alberta. MST is just such a low population. It's Alberta. The province here that's MST. Or, I mean, I guess that there are other provinces on the west and east. Would parts of Saskatchewan and BC be MST? I know that parts of Saskatchewan would still be MST, at least, probably, and maybe some parts of BC. And then, of course, if you go further north, it's still gonna be MST. I don't know, but it'd be a lot more low population when you go further north because it's much more insanely cold there. So, you know, I've never met anyone who lives in the territories myself. It's more so the stuff that's a little bit further south and less cold and miserable. Yeah, I might, yeah, I just said that. That might always be stream delay. But, you know, I don't, you know, count them as much because much lower population up there as well. Just because it is so dang cold and miserable that you have to be extra crazy to be up there. There's definitely a decent few, but, you know, not a lot. Not a massive ton compared to the southern provinces here. But I mean, they're technically not northern provinces, they're the territories. Canada is provinces and territories. So technically the 3 up there don't actually count as provinces, they count as territories. What the difference is, I wouldn't be able to tell you. But they don't count as provinces, you know. That kind of timing there. But yeah, they're the northern territories. And all that. Up there. Yukon, Northern Territories, and Nunavut. Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep and stew in my thoughts, I think, is what I'm gonna do here. With that, thanks everybody who tuned into Firewatch here. That was a time. I might end up doing some more short games like this that I can do in a singular stream throughout the coming months, throughout this term, this semester, for more things to potentially write on. So, you know, expect some potential more short games coming up here. But yeah, that was a... I'll definitely be looking up video essays of this game and stuff. But yeah, with that, I'm gonna go pass out and stew in thoughts. Take care, all, and until next time, see ya. What kind of short games? I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. It'll be a surprise. We'll find out when we get there. Take care, all, and see ya.